Okay, so we've been running around these trails in behalf of the Forest County ATV Association with Scott here, and he's been running this Aardvark magnetic sweeper on our trails, these local trails here in Wabeno, Wisconsin for, what, the whole summer basically,
Whole summer, yep.
And so you guys were the first ones to get this suspension system. Can you tell me something about what difference it made in the performance?
It made a whole lot of difference. It doesn't bounce like it used to. It also, the nice thing is, it doesn't pull on the truck anymore. When you hit a bump and you could actually feel it, it would pull.
Yeah, because you guys had the solid axle when you got it from us.
And this really helps. It actually, you can increase your speed if you want.
Right.
If you're in a hurry. Usually we like to pull it about 7 miles an hour, 7 to 10.
Yeah, and we were doing about, 10 or so coming back there. And you could see the magnet in the mirror. It's going up and down. We have it set at, 3.5 inches or so, maybe
that's
4.
That's usually where we run, 3.5, 3 inches, yep.
Yeah, and it's bouncing, but it doesn't get too close to the ground. So that suspension seems to be about the right pressure for this weight, which is about, 1,100 pounds. It looks like we got it. And when that thing hits the ground, that's going to really dig in on the truck. You'll feel it.
It did, I should say. With the suspension, it's nice.
Yeah, so have you ever had the battery run flat on you?
The battery has run down low, but not completely gone. You just got to feather the button sometimes, let it stop, do it again, stop, do it again, so you can get it up. Then you can drive home and then
deep cycle battery in there?
That is a deep cycle battery.
Yeah.
We also have the solar charger we got for a donation. A guy donated it for us, so with that we don't have the battery problem so much because somebody'd use it.
Yeah.
And then they park it, didn't tell anybody, and they didn't plug it in, they didn't do anything. And plus a lot of places we store it, we don't have power.
Yep.
So the solar charger is awesome.
I think we should have that as an option with magnets on it. Stick it on
good.
here.
Just stink.
Yeah, like if we had a little tail coming out of the battery box and then a magnet.
That's what we do. It just sits there,
yeah.
And then we take it up, fold it up, put it in the truck.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
It'd be a good accessory, I think. We just got to find one. But yeah, this thing. I mean, you said when you first started, you're pulling out. You said 4 buckets.
I pulled in
that size. Or no, 4 stops. You said.
It was 4 stops in about a 10-mile range, and I had to stop 4 times and empty it because it was full, and I filled 5-gallon pail up in that 4 stops.
Yeah, so 10 miles.
Then I finished it that day. I think I had like 4 buckets worth of stuff that first day that I did between this whole trail, which is about 30 miles total.
Tells you how much is really out there, eh?
Oh yeah, we got this much again today, just that little bit. It's not a lot.
I mean, it's cleaner because you've been sweeping it this summer.
We've been sweeping, but I mean...
You said over the winter it kind of gets pushed back up?
Yeah, it'll get pushed back up, but the frost will heave it up and the spikes will reappear and
so there's basically just stuff that's further in the ground that just gets worked up eventually, right? So it just keeps going.
Keeps working up and keeps coming up. And then you get the snowmobile spikes.
Yeah.
We'll get those.
That's a nice big flat base to stick in your tire.
It sticks in and thud, 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 and it does a lot of thudding. And but we pick up them, and a lot of them are aluminum, but they have a little bit of steel on them usually, just enough to catch.
So how often did you run it? Like once a week or so?
I ran it once a week for the first month and a half, and then we cut back to about every other week or so, every other when we groom the trails. And then I'd go about every other time then.
It's staying cleaner now that
because we share it with we share it with it's our group too, but it's on the west side, so we got a whole nother trail system over there that we swap back and forth, and we'll run it over there, and then they run it, and they'll have it for a week or 2, then bring it back, or I'll go get it, and then I'll run it over on this end again.
So this thing's always going. So I think Jake said you guys had close to 200 miles on this thing.
Probably. That sounds about right.
That's pretty good for one summer.
Yep.
I mean, especially at 7 miles an hour or whatever, right? That's a long day.
It's a long day.
Yeah, but hey, it's nice. You can sit in air conditioning.
Yep.
Like you said, take the dog, take coffee, head out.
Coffee, soda, whatever.
Relax for a couple hours.
Dog likes to jump out, run around while you do the cleanup. And
yeah, so
yeah, we like it. We like it a lot. It's really done a lot.
Because a lot of these trails are rail trails, right?
These are, everything that we're doing are all rails. They were all railroad at one time.
Which is where the spikes come from, obviously. So do you guys have any trails you run that aren't rail trails? Do they have a similar problem at all?
We don't run any trails that aren't grade.
Okay. Yeah, so you're
right
not
now.
taking this through like the.
We don't take this through because we have a lot of.
You don't want to get hung up.
Yeah, we got a lot of trails that are not maintained.
Yep.
We don't take them through there.
Yeah, that's understandable. I think you need it a lot taller to get through
Yeah.
some of this stuff. You don't want to bury this thing and you have to try to dig it out.
No. I mean, we'll take it on a couple of the roads or stuff too, but the county does a lot of that too.
So
But
did
they
you
don't
guys ever
magnum.
actually have problems with people getting flats like
Yes,
that you
a lot
heard of?
people.
So
lot of
people were
people.
complaining about it then.
Yep, people were complaining. We actually now we got the guy from the sports thing, Northwood Sports,
Yep.
complaining that he doesn't have the business he used to have.
used to,
'Cause
used
he
to do a lot
have
more flat
tire
repairs, eh?
repair.
Well, that's a good thing for
That's a good thing for us. Yes, and he's good. He's good with it too.
Yeah, you
He just
guys.
likes
I've seen on your Facebook the big buckets of nails and railway spikes. It's like 10 of them. I think you said you collected.
Yeah, I think we got at least 10, maybe 11 or 12. There's 2 more over at the other spot we can store it.
a couple 100 pounds of steel.
Oh, there's more than that. And
That's-
each bucket's probably a couple 100 pounds.
That's insane. I guess, yeah. I mean, if I owned a ATV out here and just bought a brand new set of mud tires, I think I'd be pretty happy that you guys are doing that.
Yeah.
Because those aren't cheap to replace. You know, every nail
No.
that's could be.
And especially if you put a railroad spike in it or
So
something.
you can't, yeah, you can't plug that. I mean, every one of these could be a $250 tire.
Oh yeah,
If you got a big set of like 30s or something, that's $200.
I seen one of those pushed right into a tire, and I seen one pushed right into a truck tire on a road.
Yep, you can't really patch that, not safely, anyways.
No.
Yeah, especially on a quad tire, you get that in between the treads. They're
Right
pretty
there.
thin
Yep,
compared to
I
trucks
I
too.
don't care if it's 8-ply or 10-ply. You get it right.
It's still
going
sharp.
in.
It might be 100 years old, but it's still pretty sharp. So yeah, I mean, I'd be happy that you guys are doing that. And this thing seems to work with the new suspension. So this is now officially a off-road magnetic sweeper without the quotations,
There you go.
because you can bounce on it.
Yep. Nope. It makes a big difference.
All right.
I'm pulling it.
Well, we'll get you a new skid bar because these guys like to use this thing as a grader a little bit.
A little bit.
So we'll get you guys a new skid bar. Thanks for having us out, Scott. I
Yep,
appreciate
no problem.
it. And I guess we'll see you guys on Saturday
Saturday, yes.
whenever we
We'll
get
show you more
out there.
of our rubble then.
Yeah,
It'll all be there.
yeah, we'll see the full collection.
We're
I'll
gonna
take
have
a
a
picture of
contest
that.
to guess the weight.